Another episode of the Pin High Podcast presented by Golficity. We're coming off another Australian win at the Riviera with Adam Scott taking it. We're going to look ahead to this week's WGC event in Mexico, do some Twitter fan questions, and cap it off with a par 3 segment. So we got a jam-packed episode for you. Let's get into it. All right, it's another week of the Pin High Podcast. What is it, like the 15th episode-ish? I could be completely off there, but...
16. You're close.
16th episode.
16. Okay, I did it. Who's number
Nice
16?
even number.
The Johnny Damon episode.
Johnny Damon episode.
Didn't he wear 18?
I thought you were
Shit.
18.
Okay, yeah, you're right. 16.
Couldn't tell you it was 16.
That's a tough number.
No, but definitely not basketball.
Any
I'm
quarterbacks?
just blanking out right now.
I'm trying to think of quarterbacks.
Like I could think of a bunch of 16s, but you guys won't know.
Brandon Silvers? Is he the
No.
XFL? Is he 16? No.
All I could think of is Lance Moore, the receiver from the Saints.
Who was the guy on the Jets? Brad Smith? Brad Smith. He
Okay,
was.
whatever.
He
There's
was
gotta be
nice.
some big 16 out there, but whatever.
Pau Gasol.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, it's the Pau Gasol episode. There you go. Anyway,
that took way too long.
Yeah.
let's get into some...
For
let's get
three
into some-
people who have way too much sports knowledge, that took way too
Or at
long.
least Pau. I literally looked at Pau Gasol, like number 16 in sports. Pau Gasol was in the Bulls. Was born number 16.
Right.
I don't know if he wore on Lakers though.
All right, whatever. Let's get into some golf. We had the Genesis Open recap this weekend. Adam Scott won, obviously. That was like, Adam Scott's one of those really vanilla guys, but like, he's fun to watch down the stretch because he's got a nice golf swing. But wasn't that exciting?
And when Adam Scott gets going with that long putter, watch out.
I say he usually like my dad does not like he can't. My dad does not think he can putt. So when
I feel like-
he's like, I feel like he hits the ball well every week. But if he putts well, he can win. But if he doesn't, like there's no chance. Because he'll just put his way out of the tournament.
I feel like people had a really tough time on the greens this weekend. Have you seen some of the videos
so-
of
Yeah,
the people putting from 5
Rory,
feet?
Rory 3-putted, Tiger 3-putted, at least.
Well, it's
Like,
just
Tyler,
that
the most-
stat that I brought in last week. The stat saying
Yeah.
that like Riviera has like the most missed putts or something from inside 5 feet, like in the past like 20 years or something.
I showed a graphic on one night. I saw Tiger had like the most missed putts, missed putts inside 10 feet in like the whole like field or something like that. Or like
That's
in
why
had
he
like
finished like
most like
9
3
over or
putts.
whatever.
Yeah, he finished 9 over.
She finished 11 over, I think.
11 over. Jeez.
Yeah.
So
Shot a 77 on Sunday.
I mean
he
the
went
best was,
76,
like
77.
when you see the guys putting from like 3 feet or whatever, they miss it and they leave themselves with like a 5-footer after they miss it from 3 feet. I think that's
Yeah.
just like that just shows you how hard it is. I mean, there's 2 options when you're putting. Like you could go like the break like slow route where you just like play the break from 3 feet or whatever, or you could hit it hard and hope it just like goes into the back of the hole.
But if it doesn't,
a
it's
lot of
slipping
guys-
out, going like
Oh
10
yeah, a
feet,
lot of
5 feet
guys
away.
were like hitting it hard and it was just going right past the hole like another 5 feet. So
I saw some putts that were just like, I don't know whether it was the green, like the green just like, it doesn't look like a nice green when it looks like it. It just like when the ball's moving and it goes like back and forth, it just looks so weird.
I mean that's
Like it
what
just doesn't look like a PGA course when it does that.
Mhm. True.
Like I don't know. I feel like
I mean,
I
they're
don't know what
just they're greens. They're hard.
yeah, I don't think that I don't know what the players think of it, but I'd love to know like whether they're so I'd love to hear somebody speak out on that and be like, fuck those greens.
Well, I feel like Max Homa. I saw something on Twitter. Max Homa said like this is like the best course like on like tour or something like that.
Exactly. So like I've also heard
I
that,
think
like,
everyone
everybody loves this
loves
course.
everyone loves this place. So
it's a little confusing because like
it is.
why do you love the course if something like a 5 foot putt is so difficult?
Well, I guess maybe that's part of it. Maybe it's like there's
Yeah.
no like it's just like hard and like it's fun to watch. Like it's fun to play at because
I
like
mean,
you have to like
course
focus
layout.
every
It was
single
fun to
shot.
watch. It was
It
fun to
is.
watch when it wasn't like just Adam Scott running away with birdie after birdie after birdie. Like he was leading most of Sunday, but it
Mhm.
was not, by no means comfortable. It was like by one stroke, and like different guys were just moving up the leaderboard, like making a run at it. Like what's his name? Scott Brown finished at 9 under. Sung
Yeah.
Kang finished at 9 under. Like
Well,
it
it's
was
just
it
like
was
this
just a
happens.
crazy end.
This
Cooch-
happens
Cooch-
every
Cooch was
year
right
at
there.
Riviera. Yeah, at every year at Riviera, there's like 7 or 8 guys like in the like stretch that like you like. All right, they could possibly win this tournament. It happens every year at Riviera. It's just the way it is with the putting, especially. So somebody
I mean,
gets hot.
Max Homa, I think, ended up coming in second, or no, maybe he
Fifth,
didn't
fifth.
because
He was fifth.
he tried a flop shot on the 18th and he kind of flubbed it because he was going for the birdie.
I mean, can we talk about the 18th? Everybody was either like no one. I didn't like see people hit the green on 18. Like it was either they were short or long.
That hole looks so hard from the tee. Like down below, it looks impossible. Like how are you
No.
gonna hit it up like that high, like that far?
It's crazy.
Like
Yeah.
you just kept seeing people like hit the middle of the green and it just like skids off to the back. And also the
a
idea
hard
that
course.
the fringe was literally like Velcro. Like if you hit the ball, like a lot of guys are trying to like just hit the fringe and like roll into the green like you do like any other week. But
Mhm.
here, if you hit the ball into the fringe, it just stuck. It was like, literally like Velcro, and people were having trouble with that.
I mean, but yeah, at the same time, like this is like one of everybody's like most favorite courses on tour. Like the par 4 10th, that was a crazy hole all weekend.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
I heard I think it was Rory who said like it's just as easy to make a 6 as it is to make a 3.
That's what you want. That's what you want in a golf hole.
It's crazy.
You want
It's like-
to have like that like spread of like outcomes kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it
Which makes
almost
it a lot of
on
fun to
Sunday it almost had a US Open feel with all that carnage.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That-
I mean,
that's
yeah.
going
I
on.
mean, let's talk about the carnage. I mean, first off, I mean on number 5, I think it was Rory and Adam Scott were both like just off the green on the side, and they both tried to chip like up the hill, like on the false front, and they both rolled back down to their feet. I think Rory actually did it twice. Yeah, he ended up getting
I think
a
it was,
triple,
I
and
think it
Adam
was-
Scott got a double.
I'll say I think Adam Scott did twice. Or maybe it was Rory.
Rory ended up with a triple. Adam
yeah,
Scott
Rory
yeah,
ended up
Rory made
Three
triple. But, like,
putting
yeah, Rory,
after
Rory
he
three
flubbed
putted.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And
like that was a tough
Adam
one
Scott
for them.
flubbed it, but then I think he got up and down for 2 putts.
And then whatever, that was
I don't know.
early in the round, but you're like at that point, you're like, wow, like Kuchar might win this one or whatever, because Kuchar like parred the hole or whatever.
Yeah, it looked
So,
like he was
Part two.
Because those
control.
3 were like neck and neck in the beginning. And then on I forget which hole it was, but Harold
10.
Varner was like in the lead at one point. It was a 10.
I was on 10.
Harold Varner was in the lead at one point, and he literally just took a 3-wood out and just shanked it. Like he hit it 120 something yards. And
He hit
whatever.
128 yards.
Yeah, and like his next shot ended up having to be like 160 yards in or whatever, or 180 yards in. But still, he literally shanked a shot while he was in the lead on Sunday. And
they
then
didn't
on
show it.
yeah, and they didn't. We'll get to that. On Saturday, Ryan Palmer on the par 3 14th got stuck in like the top of a bunker, and he he tried to get out like twice, like couldn't get out 2 times. Then the third time he hit it, and it just rolled back down like more into the bunker. Then he did it again, and he still couldn't get out. He took him 6 shots to get out of the bunker. He quadruple bogeyed on a par 3 because he got stuck in a bunker. And whatever. There was also one where Tiger got stuck in a bunker where he tried to hit one out of the bunker, and it like rolled back down to his feet. But then he took the next shot and he holed it. So
Yeah, I was watching when that happened, and like it was kind of sad to watch Tiger like just struggle so much. I feel like we haven't seen it that much in his
Especially
comeback,
recently.
like in the past like year to 2 years. We haven't seen him like that, like really, because he
Which,
shot
whatever,
11 over
he
on
made
the
the
tournament.
cut. Yeah, he made the cut.
He made the
but
cut, but
then
probably finished
after he
last in
made
the whole
the cut,
tournament.
yeah,
I think
after
he
he
shot-
made the cut, he just played awful.
He was
Mhm.
even, and then he shot after Friday, and then he shot 76, 77, I think,
Just
which is just crazy bad.
After the first day, after the first hole, you think, okay, Tiger's like he's gonna compete this week. He's like fist pumping on the first hole of his whole tournament.
I mean,
after he made
I
after
texted
he
you
made
guys.
a
I was
birdie.
like, it was like Thursday morning. I was like, Tiger, you
Yeah.
hit the first hole. let's go.
Yeah, eagle the first hole. He's like doing like fist bumps already, like because he wants to win there. And then,
Yeah.
I mean, he just didn't play. He finished like 3 under that round, first day, I think. And
Yeah.
then,
And
I mean,
fell apart the rest of the tournament.
14 over the rest of the tournament?
Yeah.
Like, you would not think that would happen for Tiger, especially at his tournament.
Begs the question, like, what do we think like the impact of this is? And it could just because like he could have been tired or something. I don't know. Like it just could have been off. And I feel like you're gonna have weeks with like that with Tiger as he gets older.
Mhm.
But like it
There's
makes
like
you question automatically like what like
and
I feel like everybody loved him for the Masters.
I think it was one of those weeks where also like he finished like poorly on Saturday and just like Sunday, like I mean,
Mailed it in.
yeah, mailed it in. Didn't really need to do anything. Like couldn't really do anything about it. Doesn't need more money than he already has. So, I don't. I mean, I think he has to play before the Masters and players. I think he has to play a lot more tournaments though. I think he has to start playing like starting like kind of like weekly almost.
Well, he dropped out of the WGC this weekend.
He did. I saw that.
Whatever that means, he's probably just gonna go straight to Florida for the next.
Yeah,
one,
he's probably. I mean, that's a lot of
next.
traveling though, going from California to Mexico
yeah.
to Florida. Like that's a lot.
Do you guys know what he used to be for odds to win the Masters? Because he might have gone down. Cause he's 10
what
to 1
is he right now?
He's 10 to 1.
He was.
I feel it was a little bit.
I don't know what he was at.
He was like
Probably
8 to 1.
Like 7. Yeah,
I'll say like
maybe.
8, 7.
I think he was the favorite at 7 or something. Because Koepka's plus 800, Rory's 900.
Tiger says after skipping Mexico, he said he's a little run down, like he wasn't gonna be right this week. Which for him,
it's fair.
That kind of event, it's fair. His age, I agree. I don't blame him.
He was just like the tournament host and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's just like a busy week.
That's a lot going on that week.
What's crazy about that is like, I think if Tiger withdrew from a tournament, like, obviously, a tournament. If you're a tournament host or whatever, or if you're like working that tournament, you're pissed because like not as many people may show up. But there's so many more stars in golf now, I feel like, than there used to be. So it's like not going to make as much of an impact, which is kind of interesting, like just to see like where the game of golf's going in that respect.
Whichever. I kind of want to get on something like just about how there's so many stars in golf. I just want to shit on CBS for a second, because like we were telling you about all this carnage and stuff that was happening. Like we didn't get to see it. Harold Varner shanked a shot. He was in the lead on Sunday and he shanked a shot and they didn't show it on TV. Like come on. And then
Can
even
we find
like
footage of that, we need
the final group. The final group was Rory, Kuchar, and Adam Scott. They were the final group, right? That's usually like a future group on TV. And when Rory and Adam Scott are struggling on the 5th hole, they didn't show. Like I didn't even see it. Just like, oh, Rory just got a 7. I was like, Rory got a 7. You didn't show it on TV. I just don't understand that.
When that's happened in the past, when someone's like comes off a hole like, and like they're into the lead or whatever, and they come off like a bogey, like, oh, so and so just made a bogey here. Like, why didn't you show? Like, can we see it?
Why didn't you show that? I mean, whatever. And then like,
a big shot.
And then you have Tiger, who's at like 10 over, which I get is Tiger, I understand, but he's at 10 over, and you're just cutting over the Tiger on like the 8th hole because he's playing like he started on 9, I think, or whatever. On like the 8th hole. I think
that people care about Tiger way more than when people actually do.
I mean, maybe some people do.
People love Tiger. Yes, I love Tiger, but like I don't want to. I honestly don't care about watching him play if he's like that far off the lead.
Yeah,
he's
like there's no
20 shots off. He's 20 shots off the lead.
Unless he's making like 10 birdies in a row, I want like. I love Tiger, but I don't want to watch him.
And like, I mean, this is not just CBS, but like every tournament, there's always some guy that like kind of makes a run at the end that you're like, whoa, where did he come from? Well, we're always like, where did he come from? Because they just don't show him on TV. So I think this week it was, I think they showed Homa a little bit, but like this week it was Homa and Brown. And Brown was making a run, and he got
Brown. They showed on the 18th
from like a hole. Yeah,
they showed him on the 18th.
And he was literally like a stroke off.
I feel like CBS has gotten a lot worse at like showing like, okay, like so and so's playing well, so just making a run, so just made like a birdie, or like to move up the leaderboard, but they don't show anything of it or something. They might show a replay. I like
their personalities, and I like the people that are like talking. But like, I just don't like whoever's producing it.
I think they could do
They could do
such a better
job.
job. I think the new like TV like the broadcasting rights are up for grabs soon, and like obviously everyone's gonna retain them, but like it'd be interesting if like somebody swooped in and tried and like got like on as like an add-on and got like the Pat McAfee of golf and like stuff like that, because I feel like that would make it so much more entertaining.
It would make it very entertaining. You're right.
Whichever. Golf is just like the PGA Tour in general is just very crazy with their rights, and like for in general, like we're probably like on our social media not going to be sharing as much like PGA like footage on like our main account. Maybe and stories will like obviously repost stuff, but like they won't like let us. Like if we take a post from like the PGA and like post it on our account, even if it's just like a little like I don't know 10-second clip, they'll flag it. So
yeah, I was like
oh, it's kind of like the MLB.
I was trying to post stuff this weekend, but like I honestly didn't know what to post. I'm gonna have to find like a good place to get pictures or something, because I posted a pretty good picture on Friday or Thursday of Tiger teeing off.
Yeah,
but I couldn't find
that was a good picture.
I couldn't find anything else because like I feel like golf is just so, like the PGA Tour and like everybody is just like terrible with its like rights to content.
Mm-hmm. Sure, it's like the Bob Menery effect, but whatever. I'm just like I did.
But we don't have
on CBS
like 2 million fans or
yeah, no, I'm just saying. I just kind of wanted to go in on CBS though, because like that's like so dumb.
I mean, that's our goal to get 2 million fans, but
yeah,
it's a little annoying, but yeah, and then
okay, wait. Now that I mean, we can
continue.
Slightly gloss over that, you know, whatever. It's another Australian one this week. But before we get into that, going off of like that conversation we just had, the Premier Golf League could potentially do some of that.
No, they could definitely. So, they can like I haven't heard much about it, but I know, like as we have down to like 18 tournaments with 10 million purses per tourney, and like wouldn't start for a while, and Tiger's considering it. But if they can make it like more fun and more like possibly even like more entertaining, and like
I think
it's kind of like an XFL.
Yeah, I mean, might as well like explain what it is like for like people who have never heard of it. So like pretty much there's like I guess there's a lot of money out in like the Middle East or something like that. And they're trying to get this thing called the Premier Golf League going. And like Trevor said, there's going to be 18 tournaments, and it's going to be $10 million purses per tournament, which is like a lot of money for like all those tournaments. Like every tournament's going to be worth a lot. And it like wouldn't start till 2022, but like the whole basis of it is like they're going to want to get like the best golfers in the world, and pretty much they don't have to play in fields where like the competition isn't as good. So like if there's a random like tournament in the PGA, like I'm not really sure which one though, like let's just say the Barracuda Championship or something like that.
Yeah,
and the field's not that good, but you have like a Brooks Koepka like wants to play that week or whatever. Like he
that's
wouldn't
another
want to
opportunity.
play in that.
Yeah,
he wouldn't want to play in that because the purse isn't that high. Like he's not going to win that much money. He doesn't want to play against a field that's like he doesn't really have anything to gain from that unless he wins. So the whole like general idea is that these would be like the best golfers in the world, and they would be playing every week for a huge purse, and like that's the whole basis of it, and that's why. And they want to like
when would this be? The
PGA
18?
Tour.
You think it would be 18? Is it 18 straight weeks or?
It would probably be during the PGA Tour season. Which
here's what I know. I've heard that the PGA Tour like has had kind of like an issue with this, obviously, because like it's competition, but like they were saying that they might not let players play on both this tour and the other tour. I'm like, okay, good luck telling Tiger Woods that you don't want him to do it, and he'll just be like, okay, I won't.
Like in general, like players might just like leave for this, and maybe if they let him play in like majors and stuff, like they would play in the PGA Tour majors. But like,
are these tournaments being played in like Saudi or like or wherever it was?
They're like just all over the world, wherever.
Okay, because like at the same time, if you're playing like the player, if there's a tournament between the players and the Masters, like nobody's gonna want to go from Florida to like China or Korea or something like that, and then go back to like Georgia.
The whole idea is that they're not gonna be playing in the players. Like this is their new tour. They're not gonna be on the PGA Tour anymore. Tiger Woods is gonna be a Premier Golf like tour.
We should try to work for the Premier Golf League.
We should. That'd be.
The official podcast of the Premier Golf
Yes, we are the official podcast. Let's
We
do
get
it.
on. We get on it like right away.
It doesn't even
You
have
heard
to
it
be
here
the pod.
first.
The pod can just be like a little sideshow, and then turns into we're the Premier Golf League radio on SiriusXM.
No, I'm the one on. I'm like on the golf course, like following like Tiger, with like the headset on.
Honestly, I think we could make some electric content out there.
Was
Anyway,
extravagant.
But yeah, I feel like I feel like it could be a good opportunity, kind of like the XFL. Just some potential career
exactly.
thoughts there.
It'd be like people think of golf, think of the PGA Tour, but if this league comes about, like, okay, it's like kind of like a second like tour.
I don't think.
Like,
And if there's
interesting
so
to
much
watch.
money in it, like,
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
If
Like,
Yeah,
I
it's a lot
don't
of
think.
money.
I don't think it would be big unless they like actually get big players to like just be like, all right, I'm gonna go play in the Premier Golf League because the purses are like insane.
The person who I feel like would like do that is like I feel like Rory would do that. I feel like Rory just doesn't give a fuck about anything anymore. He just wants to go like he wants to win money, but like he's not like he's done pretty much everything he can on the PGA Tour besides win the Masters. So like why wouldn't he just want to go like win like more money like on like a different tour or something like that?
And here's the thing: the PGA can talk a big game, like, oh, we're not going to let them play in the Premier Golf League and the PGA Tour. If Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, Dustin Johnson, like Jordan Spieth, whatever, they say they're going to play in the Premier Golf League, the PGA Tour is going to be like, okay, fine, you can come back. Like they're not going to actually like just if players start playing over there, they're not going to start banning them from the PGA Tour.
Right.
No, because especially like Rory and like Tiger and them, like those like that's like the two biggest names in golf.
That's right. I mean,
Like,
Tiger went on the record this week, and somebody asked him about it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, like I've heard about it. They've contacted me. Like I've been like looking into it, but like he obviously he wasn't gonna like commit or anything like that. But,
Yeah,
like,
it's
on his radar, which is like if it's on Tiger's radar, that means like it must be like something real.
I mean, it's 2 years away. We just have to like honestly, like if we come back to this in another like 6 months or even a year, and it's still like maybe it's a little bigger, or maybe it's like we're still talking about it, then maybe it could be a thing. Who knows?
All I know is I might do some little LinkedIn research after this.
LinkedIn research.
I don't know. I mean, if they're giving out $10 million purses per tournament, they've got to have some.
Gotta be loaded.
They must have a spare million for like you or me, right?
Yeah.
500K starting salary out of college.
Special podcast of the Premier League.
Who
golf.
says no?
Premier
Who
Golf.
says no?
Exactly.
So anyway, on that note, we can move on to the Twitter fan questions this week. We got two good ones, and the first one being our bucket list golf courses for 2020. And I don't know if bucket list is the best way, like what is the best way to phrase it. It's more just like,
it's like
what golf courses do we really want to play this week, this summer that pretty
that's that's possible to play.
Yeah.
It's not like, I want to go play Augusta this year.
Yeah. I want to go play Pet for $7,000 for a whole trip. No.
I think for all of us, I want to play Bethpage again.
Yeah,
I really
want to
do that again.
Bethpage, definitely.
Bethpage is so much.
Bethpage would be a good one.
Yeah, I'm working on contacts to
Fairy
get us,
Point.
Like, yeah, Fairy Point.
I was gonna say Fairy Point was number one for me that I want to play.
We should all go to Fairy Point one time. Just like that'd be a lot of fun one day.
I think we should also. Yeah, no. So we gotta limit this. So like, let's limit it to 3, because Bethpage can be 1, and possibly that could be lower priced if
then
you have contact.
Yeah, we can find contacts. Yeah.
Also, I'm a New York State resident.
But you're not actually.
Kind of.
You need that. Do you need to get a New York? I want to get a New York State fake ID, like just for Bethpage Black purposes.
That'd be.
Because like honestly, if you're gonna spend
work.
if you're gonna pay like $80 for like an ID or whatever, like might as well just like spend the $80 on the ID or whatever, and then I get like a $60 round of golf instead of an $120 round of golf, and I can do that like 4 times.
Oh, like legitimately, think about that. You just have a fake ID. What are they gonna say? Like. They're not. They're not
fake.
a bouncer.
Do they look up your address though? Like when they look.
I don't know. I literally put my grandparents' address.
Oh, say
like,
put your.
can
you put like someone's address in? So it's like.
I put in my grandparents' address. They have the same last name as me, Catalano. I'm like, yeah, I live there.
And I can.
And then I'm just gonna have a fake New York State ID, and you could just put like your Syracuse address or whatever.
I'm between houses. Oh, I could put.
You're between houses.
Or yeah, no, like
Yeah.
these are my
I'm between
like
houses, I might
you
be
could change
homeless.
your last name. We could all be like my brothers, and you'd be like, yeah, they got the tall gene.
All our brothers. Oh, God, that'd be hilarious.
But yeah,
We're gonna have to look further into this.
We
'cause-
we will, because that's a big difference paying price wise between
and
living
how
there
much
and
is it?
not.
How
It's
much
like-
is it?
I'll go right.
Like an $80 difference. It's like, I swear, it's
Yeah.
like $140 and like $60. Like
We
if
could
you're
play,
if
like,
you're a
all
resident,
the
if you're a
time.
resident, we could. If you're like a resident, you pay like $60 to play. We could play like 3 or 4 times this summer. And that'd be like worth it.
If there's any narcs out there listening to this, please keep your mouth shut,
This might be the best idea we've had. on this
because we
podcast.
just gave you a great idea, and I
Yeah,
really
if you want to
hope
play Beth
you
Page.
don't abuse the power of it
so
and telling
Beth-
us.
Age black.
Watch a Beth
65
Page.
65
watch like a Beth Page
65 so
employee listen
New
to
York
this.
State resident, $65 on weekdays, $75 on weekends for 18 holes, which is not bad at all.
Dude,
Now,
and it's like,
out
what,
of
an
state,
hour
out
drive?
I
of
pay like
state, out of
145.
state, you're paying 130 on weekdays and 150 on weekends.
That's a big difference.
So 75 versus
Huge
150 and 65 versus 130. Like that one investment to get the fake ID.
It's double. It's
So
double the price.
Yeah, is worth it. Like, I know that's like a
You
weird way
pay.
of thinking.
It's
about it.
yeah.
We have to research it, and I just like came up with the idea off the top of my head, like right now. But
If you
Yeah.
if you have to pay $60 for like a fake ID, and then you have to go and you can go play Beth Page like for $65 every single time after that, like that's definitely worth it if it works. Definitely
Okay.
worth it.
I'm sure Frank and Mike are gonna yell at us for like mentioning something that's like pretty illegal, like on our podcast. But
Hey,
like,
hey,
I'm gonna go with
hey.
it. So
It's an hour and
Sorry.
11. An
I
hour 11
apologize right now.
I apologize preemptively for not actually apologizing. Anyway,
Okay.
I think we
Bethpage is one
just found out the
totally
way to
up.
play Bethpage for the rest of the summer.
of-
so,
yeah, like,
If that
As
works,
answer
that'd
to
be
golf club,
incredible.
that's what I'm looking for.
We actually didn't really answer the question. If
Yeah,
I'm
no,
being
so
Well,
Bethpage is one of them.
we kind of did.
So one
Um,
Bethpage.
I want to play Pound Ridge again, just because like
I haven't played that place,
my
but I want to play that.
and like I think am better than I was the last time I played Pound Ridge, so I kind of want to play
Same.
Pound Ridge.
I think I can actually carry most of the carries now.
Yeah, that's a good thing to have.
I think
So
if I'm not mistaken, I wonder if is TPC River Highlands public? Oh, it's private. Never mind.
It's private.
no,
I
it's
think.
private. Yeah.
It's private.
I think I want.
tried to work
for
there last
whatever
summer.
reason, I thought it was public.
I'm definitely gonna try to play Granite Links. I played it earlier in the year, but it was like kind of cold weather or whatever.
Is
I
that
want to play
public?
Links. Yeah, it's in Boston.
That'd be fun to play.
I want to play that again, like in like prime season, not like in off season.
I don't know what's around here, to be honest. Like, because I don't know. I've only played like at our Syracuse course that we play for free. It's like a dog track. But we could potentially this summer go up just like in my apartment for like a weekend and play some upstate New York golf.
Is okay?
I don't know
Is
what's
Oak Hill?
around here.
Oak Hill is probably private, isn't it?
Definitely private, I feel like. Hey, maybe we can start getting some contacts. You know, play some of these places. You never know.
Yeah, I'm
It's
down.
possible.
Yeah, so I guess
then
that answers the question for the most part.
But yeah, I think Trump Ferry Point,
Bethpage.
Bethpage, and
Of course.
Pound Ridge, and then maybe a course in upstate New York of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the second question was like, what's in your guys' bag? What balls do you use? I
have
mean,
my
I
bag
have an
right next to me,
assorted-
actually, so
I have an assorted bunch of clubs in my bag. I have a TaylorMade M2 driver, an TaylorMade M6 3-wood, Titleist 3 hybrid, and like Rocket Balls irons, which will soon be traded out when I get my fitting done like this spring/summer. And I like to use Pro V1s, but I feel like that's not a realistic thing to do all summer unless you're not losing a lot of balls, which sometimes I do. But at Silvermine, usually I don't. But yeah, if I'm not using those, I'm usually using like velocities or something like that.
Understandable.
Cheaper option. Yeah.
Mm,
It's like half the price.
I'll go. My irons are Titleist AP1s. Very nice. I have an Epic Flash driver, which I really like. I also have an Epic, like my recent purchase is the Epic 3 hybrid that I use. I don't use a 3 wood because I can't hit a 3 wood, and I hit my.
Don't sleep
3
on the
hybrid
Nike
pretty
3
far.
wood.
Yeah, it's not really in my bag though. I took it out because I hit my 3 hybrid pretty far, like
One of the
250-ish.
coolest
So
clubs though. I love that.
yeah, the Nike.
The
Nice.
Nikes
I,
are awesome.
Mhm.
what else do I have?
They look so
Let's see. At my wedges, I have 56 degree and 60 degree Mac Daddies. Oh, I actually did get a 52 used Mac Daddy, which I don't really like, but I do have it. And then like pitching wedge and the
Scotty
AP
Cameron
ones
putter.
came. Yeah, Scotty Cameron putter. The AP ones came with a 48 degree wedge that I like take in and out of my bag because don't really have a distance for that. But yeah,
Right.
that's the state of my bag right now. Kind of want to get a driving iron.
Well, and
Sick.
what balls do you use?
I usually use Bridgestone balls. I use like soft balls, so like E6s or E12s.
And the Max Flies.
Oh yeah, I used to use Max Flies. Back in the day, when I was losing balls by the dozen, I just used Max Flies because I just lose them. So
back in the
it
day,
is.
is like the end of summer.
Yeah,
I don't have any more. Like I got rid of all of them. Like they're just like my water balls now.
You mean you lost all them?
Yes.
Yeah. Got rid of them means
Lost all them.
That's what it means.
peppered them into the water.
It's the nice way of saying yes. Actually, I don't put a lot of balls in water. To be fair, I just lose balls by hitting them all over the place. So, but yeah, so I'm a Bridgestone guy now.
I'll go my bag. I'm a big TaylorMade guy, but I have M4 driver. My 3 wood's the Great Big Bertha. I don't remember if it's Epic or I think it's Epic. It's Epic.
Yeah,
and
you
then
have
I have Epic. Yeah. Don't have a hybrid, and I have my irons from like pitching wedge to 3 iron are TaylorMade P790s, kind of like a blade kind of thing, blade kind of irons. Then I have a 50, 54, and 60 degree Mizuno wedges and a
shout out Ronnie from Jersey.
yeah, shout out the blue wedges.
Yeah, those are
so
sick
sweet.
actually. I like those.
So sweet, and I have my initials engraved in them and everything. And I had the Odyssey white ice putter that my dad actually. It's not even mine. It's my dad's friend won that putter. My dad's friend gave it to my dad, and my dad stole it from my dad's locker, and I used it ever since.
I have the white smoke putter.
You
from
do
Odyssey.
you do have the white smoke. I know. I remember that. Yeah.
My old putter was an Odyssey. I just don't remember what it's called.
I've
I
thought about.
my old putter was the white hot, and now I have the white
I mean,
ice.
I've
So
upgraded.
it's
I
more like
upgraded
the
putter, driver, and 3 hybrid in the last like year and a half. So
I also have
yeah.
I also have a Scotty sitting at home that I got for my birthday a couple years ago. Used it for like 2 months, didn't like it, went back to my old putter.
why don't you just like
It's
sell
just like
that?
the same. I probably should.
You
probably
could
sell
make
it.
like
It's pretty
decent,
much
decent
new.
cash on it
I
and get a
probably-
new club. Like the longer
I'll
you
look
hold
into
on
that.
to
I'll look
it,
into that.
the longer you hold on to it, the like more the resale value just goes down. So
I've
see-
thought
I'll
about
see what's-
moving on to like a Scotty or like the new Odyssey like Stroke Lab, but like my putter, like I feel like there's no need to mess with it. Like it's just one of those things. Like if you're comfortable with a putter, I don't know.
I definitely didn't need to
that's my
upgrade.
thing. The putter I have right now is like I've used it for probably like a little over a year and a half, and like I love it. Like I don't know if I would change it for anything.
I mean, the Scotty
Yeah.
was just like a birthday present. Like I wanted it, and I literally only needed it for the clout. Like, it
Yeah.
didn't really make. It doesn't make a difference which putter I use. I
Scotty
could use a putter
Camerons
from
are
like
literally
1930. It wouldn't make a difference.
only
I mean,
for the clout.
I will say the Scotty Cameron has a really nice like sweet spot, so like it feels better than like some other putters that I've used, but like it's not like the price difference is not that worth it. I don't think.
Right.
I can well I'm looking at right now on eBay, the putter that I had goes for like $200 still.
Yeah, you should get rid of that and get
Yeah, you gotta get rid of that and like
I will.
spend that
What
on.
club do you like need?
I want that like gapper, tailor-made gapper.
Gapper.
Yes.
I was between that
I
and a
also
three
need
hybrid when it got to
I
it.
also kind of need new wedges because mine are a little old, but
Yours
uh,
are kind of-
because they're like worn down pretty much now.
Oh,
Or
I
close to
completely
worn down.
forgot to mention my women's wedge that I have, my
Oh,
55 degree.
that's the one
That's
thing
your
you can't
future
forget.
club.
Yeah,
That's my money club.
yeah,
The
it is your money
55
club.
degree tailor-made
Women's wedge.
women's, like, well, I don't
That
know
thing
what it's called, to
flexes.
be
Like
You can
honest.
that's
bend
gonna
that.
that
You
thing's
can
gonna
bend. You
it's gonna
can.
snap one day.
Yeah, you can bend that. So
Listen, I have 13 clubs in my bag right now, and because you can have 14, right? That's the
Yeah.
number.
yeah, you can have 14.
Oh no, I have 14 because I have a 5 wood in my bag right now that I just simply have
That's
never.
like my 3 wood.
No,
I
I
just
don't
don't
even know what it
use
looks
in my
like.
bag.
Like I haven't hit it before. Like I don't. It's still in the cover. It's like an old Adams idea. Like,
The right idea. Oh my god.
yeah, it's really bad. I've never used it. It used to be what my 3 hybrid was, which I loved that club. But yeah, no, I need to come up with something new to get like something like another club that could be good for my game, because like I have an extra spot, like some sort of wedge.
I'm thinking about like what club to fit into my bag at this point. I don't know.
If I can get a hybrid like a driving iron and get like I don't need my like 50.
Here's what you should get, Trev.
What?
You're dope with the 3 iron. You should get the Wilson, like the
Yes.
Wilson came out with a driving iron that's sick.
What is it
It's like
called?
better-
I saw that.
I don't know what it's
Someone
called.
I don't even
I
know
saw
what it's
something
called.
about that.
GM
Oh,
Golf,
yeah, GM Golf saw it. Yes,
and it's like
I remember seeing
unreal.
the video on that. Yeah, it sounded so sweet.
Yes, the
Like
sound is like it's kind of like almost a ping, but like not really.
Yeah, that club is nice. That club sounds so nice. And if I could get that, like as like a 2 iron pretty much, I would definitely get that. Because I would use that everywhere. Because I use my 3 iron as like a driving iron pretty much. So
We're at the point in the year where it's like, okay, I like really, really, really want to golf right now. You know.
same.
Yeah, it's killing me that I can't golf.
I mean, I almost golfed today, but like it was 43 degrees outside, and I was like,
yeah, I
eh.
heard it. So you're at home. You're in Connecticut. Like, I heard it just hasn't snowed in Connecticut
Not that
I
I
also
know.
heard that.
at all.
It snowed a
And,
couple
like,
times.
in
Apparently
Syracuse,
somewhere's, like no snow.
In Syracuse, it's just like I can't like walk out. Like I can't see grass when I walk outside. So it's like we're far out. We're far out.
That's
from golf.
that's so weird because back when we were in like elementary school and like middle school and even high school,
It
we had
snow
like
all the
so many
time.
Snow,
snow
so
days.
many snow days.
Hey,
You'd snow,
global
like-
warming
like-
is real.
like- Until like March, there was like snow like everywhere.
Hey, maybe
Until
in a
the
few
freeze.
years, maybe in a few years it'll be like 80 degrees in February, and we could just like play golf.
Yes, and golf year round in Connecticut. Let's go.
Listen.
Connecticut's a new Florida.
The end result when we just start like experiencing like wildfires in like Connecticut during the winter, until we get there, we can enjoy the slow
A little more
impact
weather.
of global warming. Why not?
I mean, yeah,
Why not?
why not?
That was right.
January golf. Who says no?
Hmm.
I'm down.
So we can move into the gambling and DFS aspect of the show. But yeah, thanks for those Twitter fan questions from Mike Ryder, of course, our most loyal fan and listener.
Should get
So
Mike a
starting-
shirt.
We should send Mike a shirt. He's a great dude. Yeah, so we're gonna start with gambling before we get into the DFS. So I released an article on like Wednesday, before like one of my classes for like a gambling preview, and I won both of the tournament matchup picks I did. I went 2-1 with the first round matchups, and I whiffed on Bubba Watson winning it. But
You know,
another
it's
hot
tough
week.
to pick a winner. It's
Yeah,
tough to pick a winner.
obviously it's
Where's tough?
But anyway, I think we should I'm either going to do that again or we're going to do a video. But anyway,
Yeah,
tune
it
into
just
the
depends on
Golf City-
time.
Yeah, tune
definitely
into the
have
Golf
videos in
City
the summer.
blog. Yeah. The Golf City blog will be up on probably like Wednesday
check
for my
that out.
picks. And then as for DFS, this past week, I mean, we did like pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah,
You sound-
all right.
I mean, we had Trev with the Bryson top 5, me with the Matsuyama top 5. You had Ortiz, who was like 6,800. He came T26.
Pretty good.
Still hasn't finished worse than T26 at the Genesis. Just saying. That was like my stat last week.
Really?
My stat last week was Ortiz has not finished worse than T26, and he finishes T26.
Yeah. So this was a tough week for DFS. I was talking with some people in the Facebook like Golf City fantasy member thing.
Yeah, shout that out.
Yeah. No, I meant the Facebook group, but yeah, they
yeah.
also have like the picks for $8 a month. If you're in the business of making money, whatever.
That's literally. They should have like a print ad that just has that like copyright on it.
If you're in the business of making money.
Yeah.
Yo, merch, new merch.
Yes, if you're in the business of making money, that's so awesome.
Just like our
Golf
logo,
City.
like
Both
like
logos.
pin high gambling, and then on the back, like on the back of it, like a Golf City logo where like an MLB logo would be on the back of a jersey. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like the top.
And on the back it says
If you're
in the business of making money.
That's awesome.
Frank and Mike, if you're listening,
thoughts?
We got ideas.
Yeah, we're big merch guys. I feel like we could come up with some nice merch.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, let's get into our picks, starting with the course preview, telling you all you need to know for the DFS and what stats are important. We got Jeek doing that as always.
All right, so WGC Mexico Championship this week. Since it's a WGC, it's a 72-player tournament, and there's no cut. Now, who wants to take a shot at pronouncing?
I looked it up.
Chapultepec.
No, it's Club de Golf Chapultepec. I looked it up.
Chapultepec. So it's Golf de Club
That kind of flows.
I like that. Okay. So I was gonna say good luck pronouncing that, but we Google searched it. So good on you. All right, par 71 is 7,330 yards, and they're playing on POA grass again for the third straight week. It does say 7,330 yards, but if you take into account the elevation, which is like over 7,500 in elevation, it actually makes the course play a little bit closer to like 6,900 yards. So really not that long of a course. If you like some of the like course yardages, like hole yardages might be daunting, but they're really not. Driving distance won't really be like an advantage this week, although since there's elevation, you're probably going to see a couple like 400 plus 450 plus yard drives this week, so be a lookout for those. They're pretty tough greens to hit. The fairways are like most of them are lined with trees, so it makes like for angles to the hole a little bit tough because the greens aren't really that big. So that makes strokes gained approach the most important stat of the week, in my opinion, and the experts' opinions. And elite ball striking will be important like it is every week. I mean, the other important stats would be par fours gained and like strokes gained, as well as proximity from 125 to 150 yards. The past three winners last year was Dustin Johnson, who finished at 21 under. The year before that was Phil Mickelson. And the year before that was Dustin Johnson again. So Dustin Johnson is a course horse this week.
Right.
Other than that, that's kind of the course preview for the week.
All right. And did you bring up last year's leaderboard? Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I mean, kind of Dustin Johnson.
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
Yeah.
He had that one drive on. Obviously, I don't know what hole it was, but that like it was on a par 4 that he literally just put like.
Yep, almost hold
5
it.
feet away.
Yeah, and Rory finished second last year.
And Roy had like a 317-yard driving iron. Pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So like just elevation is gonna make the ball fly this week. I would love to play at that golf course and be like, yeah. My long drive is like 380 yards.
Where?
And they won't say. Oh, at the Club de Golf de whatever.
Oh, okay. I was saying,
Trevor thought you were
I would love
serious.
to just like
I thought you were
I would
serious
love
for a
to
second.
play there.
I'm
I would love to
what the
play
fuck?
there, just like hit a bomb and just be like, yeah, that was probably like a 250-yard drive like on a normal day, but it just went like 320.
This is honestly one of those like court like tournaments to watch. Where, like there's just fireworks everywhere. I love it.
Yeah.
Like they're hitting. It's like a 220-yard par 3. They're hitting like 7 iron off the tee.
Yeah.
The ball bounces so high too off the green. It's crazy.
There's going to be a lot of scoring this week.
Yeah, it's fun to watch.
And
So-
since it's short field, a little bit easier to pick in my opinion also.
Yeah, so I was thinking before we get into our picks, we want to or I don't know about Trevor as much because you like a certain person that we'll reveal, but for me and Jeek, we picked our people in accordance with the fact that we're gonna pick either Rory or Dustin Johnson just basically off personal preference. You can't go wrong with either. So our guys are more low salary that you can complement them with.
Right. It's a stacked field as it always is with a WGC. So
yeah. On that note, I'll start this week, I guess. I'm gonna go with Mark Leishman as the first one. He's 8,100, which is that 8,000 range is a good one to pair with a top salary guy like DJ and Rory. He's one of the best ball strikers on tour. He's second in strokes gained approach, which is a big stat this week. Tee to green, he's 12th, and total strokes gained 16th. So he's been playing really well recently. He won at what did he win at? I'm trying to remember.
a couple weeks ago, did he win at Torrey?
Torrey Pines, right? Yeah. So he's been good. One of the best ball strikers on tour, as I said. I think he's a good one to pair with for this week.
Yeah, especially at that salary this week. Not that high for Mark Leishman, who's been playing well. I guess I'll go next. I'm gonna go with Matthew Fitzpatrick this week, who is at 8,000. Just by reading and doing a little research, the European Masters is played at a similar course as this, where the elevation is a big effect. And Matthew Fitzpatrick is actually a back-to-back champion at that course, 2017-18 at the European Masters. And he finished T16 at this course in 2017. So just pairing that with the fact that over his last 3 tournaments, he's 10th in strokes gained approach and he's 8th in fairways gained over the field, and he's made 6 of 6 cuts this year. So I figured that Matthew Fitzpatrick could have a pretty good week this week, just pairing his previous stats with course history ish type things. And I once again 8,000, not a bad salary.
All right, so I'll go with my first pick, and it's kind of going against the grain here, but a high salary player. But I think this is someone that could legit could win this week, and that's Webb Simpson. He's been on fire this year. He won a couple weeks ago the Waste Management. Didn't play last week, but he's still on tour. First in strokes gained approach, and first in strokes gained total. And as Jake said, those are 2 of the most important stats. I think he could, he's not the longest hitter on tour, but he's accurate. And if driving distance is not as big of a deal as it usually is, his ball striking could really make a difference. And I think there's a serious, legit chance he could win this whole tournament. And then another player, I'll go with Colin Morikawa, he's made every single cut, 9 out of 9 this year. He's 4th in strokes gained approach and 14th in strokes gained total, as Jake said. 2 very important stats. And I mean, he's we saw him at what was it? Kapalua, was he playing well? Or
yeah.
Kapalua. And
I had a stat before that. I don't know how it's progressed, but he was the second best iron player at that point in the field.
Yeah.
So he's been solid all year.
He's been solid. He finished T26 last week, but that might he's made every single cut, so he's pretty much a lock to play really well.
Who's at 8,500 to do more than make the cut
usually.
But this week specifically, I think that's a good pick. With the iron play and everything.
Exactly.
All right, that puts me up again. So I'm gonna go with Sung Kang at 7,000. Last week he finished T2 at the Genesis, kind of low key because wasn't shown that much on TV. Anyway,
shout out CBS Golf.
He was ranked number 1 last week in strokes gained approach at Riviera, which is a pretty tough golf course to hit greens, I would say. And
people were missing all over.
Everybody was missing. So that once again, pretty tough course for that. So the fact that he finished number 1 last week bodes well for him this week. Like I said, he's been hot. It's a really good price for him this week. And if he just continues to hit the ball well and I have good ball striking, he will play well this week. And at that price, once again, if you're pairing him up with a DJ or a Rory, you can't really go wrong. So.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about taking him like on Sunday yesterday when I was watching, because I've noticed he just played like so well recently, and yesterday he went off. Mine's gonna be Lanto Griffin. He's 6,700. I mean, I was looking at like mostly for this like as like a value pick for this slot, and I was looking up places that like had high elevation that he had played in. And I was between like him and Brendan Todd, two guys that were like kind of made surges in the fall and like early winter. And so he's played really well at high elevation, which is obviously a big thing to consider this week. And he's 24th in total strokes gained. I was looking at his 125 to 150 yardage, which is a big one this week, and it's pretty good. So I think he's a good value pick, like to potentially get a lot of points out of for a low salary this week.
Right, I agree.
And then that'll do it for our DFS picks. Tune in on Wednesday.
Can we get a round of applause for Pat? He didn't mess up the snake draft this week.
Well, it's not. Well, no, it's not over yet. If you still have the par 3.
Well, yeah, but like just in general,
he
didn't mess up. He didn't mess up the snake draft, and that was the first.
You might have jinxed me though. There's a par 3 snake draft coming up.
Yeah.
But you've messed up every snake draft, like whether it's a par 3 or a like fancy.
Hey, you know
pick,
what they say. You know what they say. 16th time is the charm.
Yes.
So yeah, Wednesday at some point, I'd say before like 5 o'clock, I'll have an article up if it's not a video.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how much time we have this week. But yeah, moving on. That'll be on Wednesday. We have our Amp Caddy promo code to shout out. Amp Caddy, the speaker that attaches to your golf cart. I mean, if you're trying to listen to some music and some tunes during a round on a public golf course, I don't know how many golf courses you can honestly do that. Can't do that at Augusta, I'm assuming.
I mean, winter golf, you could probably do that at some places.
It's a good assumption. It's a good assumption. You can't do it at Augusta.
Well, like, how many of you are playing at Augusta? We're all playing public courses or whatever. And
I mean, if you're playing at Augusta, hit us up. Just saying.
Yeah, true. But anyway, bumping some tunes. It's promo code PINHIGH for 20% off, and you're already getting, I think, $20 to $30 off of both of the speakers, which is like basically $40 to $50 off a really nice speaker. I use it in my shower since I can't golf right now. But yeah, good sound. And for the giveaway, go to our Instagram at PinHighPod. We're giving one away at 500 followers. All you have to do is tag 3 people in our comments, follow us, and follow Amp Caddy. So let's get into the par 3. It's going to be if you can have any pro golfer's swing, who would you choose? And this one's basically credited out towards Frank because he tweeted about this.
He tweeted. Yeah, I'm not going to say he tweeted. But yeah, I saw that. And we're doing 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And we're assuming that like you'll play well with it. Like you play.
Yeah. If you have this guy swing, you'll play well. Yes.
Okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
Because I kind of like when you texted this out, I was like, well, one guy stands out to me, and that's Rory McIlroy.
Yeah.
I just like look at Rory's swing. He has like the most like smooth and like powerful like swing like combined together, and I just like would love to have Rory McIlroy swing. But I don't even think I could torque my body like Rory, to be honest. So
but
I would love to have that swing.
I'll go next. I'll go DJ. It's just fun to watch.
Oh, I love that. Have you seen the guy who like imitates swings? Do you remember that over the summer?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. He was mimicking Dustin Johnson's swing, and I think the dude's a lefty too, so it was like even more impressive. And it was just exact, like that, like straight arm type thing, like he has in his.
Yeah, I forgot what I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what the term is, but it's such a weird but fundamental like.
Hitch, kinda.
Like hitch, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like still extremely smooth. Like
it's so powerful.
Yeah.
He has so much power from that swing. But yeah, I'll go that one first.
I'm gonna go with Bubba Watson.
I was hoping nobody would pick that on my next game. 'Cause that's
You're assuming
be-
you can
that'd be so much fun to play with that kind of ball flight and that swing, like just like
That's-
swing as hard as
you
you
can
can, pretty much.
you can just shape the ball like however you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, speaking of Bubba, he really disappointed me this weekend. I had him to win, and that was an easy loss of $20. Again, net profit. Made some money this week, albeit $6.
6. Hey,
Um,
money's money.
Yeah, and then look at me not messing up the snake draft. I'm going again.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Stay hot. The second one, I didn't give this one much thought, so I'm gonna have to rack my brain real quick. I'm gonna go with Hideki Matsuyama because that's a
Also
I
nice.
already have that.
Also a fun one.
I used to have it more.
Yeah.
I kind of you have it more now. Like you have that nice little like pause at the top whenever you're trying to like fix your irons.
Yeah, I think I should just do it on every swing, to be honest, because I like hit the
I
ball
mean,
well when I do that,
yeah.
but like whatever.
So yeah, I think Matsuyama, that pause at the top and like he'll hit it like an inch from the hole and be disgusted with the shot. I don't know. I kind of like it.
That's true. Next I'll go with Matthew Wolf. Just
How did I
just
not
because-
interesting swing? Yeah.
Just because it's just fun to watch, and it'd be crazy. I don't know how he does that, but it'd be nuts. Yeah, honestly, but when you said Bubba, I'm surprised you didn't say Matthew Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going with like the clean swing, so a little bit of recency bias, but like Adam Scott, like he has one of the
Clean
like
swing.
smoothest swings in golf. Like it's
Clean
literally
swing on
like
tour.
clean. Like if you watch that thing in slow motion, it's the same every single time, and like it's just so smooth and so like his pacing and like his timing is just so great. So
Mhm.
definitely Adam Scott on that one.
I'll
I
go
guess
with.
that's-
You're up to yeah. my
yeah,
bad.
I guess
Oh,
that's.
Trevor messed
yeah.
up the snake
I
draft.
missed-
We should have like a
Ruined
little
the show.
like we should have a pot for the snake draft. Like if you mess up the snake draft, you have to put in like $1.
Yes.
And see if that like at the end of the year we could
have
have
like $50 in.
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
gonna happen every episode.
Yeah.
I guess like
Maybe
just
twice an episode.
going with like cool comp swings. Freddie Couples has like a
Yeah,
really
he is a
like
really nice one.
like nice swing.
Mhm.
Like really long flowing like type of swing, and it's just like very good tempo and timing, and I just think that's a good swing.
I will go with Louis Oosthuizen. Smoothest swing on tour, in my opinion.
You think?
It looks like he's not
Is he
like
playing
behind.
more on the European tour? Because I feel like I haven't
Yeah,
seen
a
him recently.
little bit
Yeah, but I think he'll be back for like
major
and
seasons.
stuff like that. But yeah, in the
Majors,
summer.
yeah.
But
The
his swing
players is when everybody comes back.
Yeah,
Right.
his swing is so nice. I love his swing. It's like so simple and so like just like smooth. Looks like he's not even like trying to hit the ball hard at all. He's just like, I don't know. I love that swing.
I'm gonna go with the Victor Hovland double pump.
I thought about that.
That
I
one's
figured that
sweet.
wasn't like
That
a
one's-
full swing. That is sweet.
I mean,
Well,
like
I like
it
his swing
works
in
for
general.
a par 3. But yeah, he's got a good swing in general. But yeah, the double pump at the top of his driver, which it's weird. Didn't you say that like that is for extra accuracy?
Yes.
No, it's more power.
No,
isn't it?
for actually no, for distance the opposite.
Yes, more power.
Okay, because I was gonna
But
say
it's more power, but he hits like a draw when he does that instead
yeah,
of a
exactly.
fade.
It made no sense when I think Jeek said at one point that it added more accuracy by
That makes
accident than
sense.
distance.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Because I was like, the
Oh,
double
distance,
pump. Why wouldn't he
yeah.
just do it every time? Because he gets more distance. But yeah, I'd love to see how much extra distance he gets on that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 20 yards.
Yeah,
Maybe,
but, I mean, I guess, yeah. Any honorable mentions?
The
John
Tiger.
Daly.
Tiger,
yeah.
Tiger.
The
John
Tiger
Daly-
Woods. No,
John Daly's full.
Who's the
swing.
Japanese golfer? Crazy
I
swing.
was thinking of him when we first brought this up. I'm not gonna try to.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not gonna try to say it.
Wouldn't be able to do it, but
Nobody tried to
I know
say
what
it
you're talking about.
without actually knowing.
I
feel like
Justin
there's an
Rose is really nice swing too.
Yeah, it does.
H.
Love Justin Rose.
Is it Kim? Is his last name Kim?
No, it's not. It's not Sui. Well, it's not Sui Kim. Siwoo Kim. I mean.
Oh, Siwoo Kim did well this week, I think.
Oh,
we
yeah,
called
last
that
week
was the
when I
guy.
called
Yeah,
that
that
out.
was the guy.
I just
He
randomly
was like
picked
T4
him.
after Friday.
Okay, it's
Like,
it's
if he
Ho-
wins.
It's ready. It's Ho Sun Choi.
Yes. That's,
I knew it was Choi. Right. Right.
Yeah, he has that one where he
His
lifts
swing.
his like front foot
Yeah,
and like
Jesus.
spins.
Honestly, not
You
gonna like
mentioned the
Patrick Reed's
Tiger.
swing. I kind of like Patrick Reed's swing.
I was going with the Tiger like full swing out of the rough.
The
swing.
lash. No, like the recoil.
The helicopter.
Bring the recoil
the
back.
helicopter. Yeah, the helicopter.
Or
Or the
the
recoil,
helicopter,
yeah.
helicopter
Does
where
that
he like brings like when he just like hit like brings it back up and like immediately brings the club back down. Like the recoil off that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that shot.
and just starts
That's what-
walking. He spins
Yeah.
the walks of his hand
Yeah, that President's Cup video. Oh my God.
out.
Anyone else?
Yeah, no,
Just-
there's a
Justin-
lot of
as-
swings.
As Frank said, Justin Thomas in his tweet. Justin Thomas is like the purest like swing on tour.
I mean, if just like weird swings,
So much
I'm thinking of weird swings now. Like,
Furyk, there's Furyk.
yeah, Jim Furyk's the first one that comes to mind. Like even Tony Finau, Matt Kuchar,
Short.
Ricky
Yeah.
Fowler's
Ricky Fowler.
on his especially on his driver, like it's so like
I like Ricky's swing
I don't know,
though.
it's sideways on. Like, I
Yeah, it
like,
is sideways.
It's fun to watch.
and Bryson DeChambeau.
John Rahm.
Oh,
Yo, DeChambeau, yeah.
Yeah,
John
that
Rahm
was
is a
straight
ton
arm.
of lag.
Yeah, I feel like we're just mentioning the field now. So
yeah, yeah. So
pretty much what we do every week. Yeah, I don't know,
Anyway,
that was a good one. I
that-
like that
that
part
was-
3.
yeah. I mean, if we gotta like just start looking at social media like that and just
find-
and,
yeah.
like that for inspiration. But yeah, good episode this week. We figured out how to play Bethpage for half the price.
Kind of
So
illegal.
credit us
Don't-
when you
don't
when-
narc- don't-
so,
don't
so,
narc.
So when you get on there, credit us and give us buy us a hat if you want to. Just
Yeah. So now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go to LinkedIn and find the Premier Golf League's CEO. Give him a quick note. And other than that,
If they need content.
we'll see you guys next week.